In our last session, we have been talking about arrays in Java, and today we're gonna continue our arrays topic. We will perform some important and frequently used operations, okay, with arrays. So let's start. I will share my screen with you. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
Okay, great. So just a reminder, okay, quick reminder. This array example we have created last time. Okay, we have here, for example, my array. We initialize it with a size of 6. Okay, so maximum elements can be stored in this my array is 6. Okay, now we are storing elements in this part. We are storing elements in my array. So this is the first element. Okay, its index is 0. Okay, this is the second element. Index is 1. Let's put this back in its right position so you will not get confused. I was just showing you that it can be unsorted, okay? Element number 3 in index 2, and so on until we reach 5. And this one is our last element, okay? Okay, so let's do some operations on this my array. Tell me, what can I do to print the length of this my array?
You print it?
Yeah, how can I determine the length of my array?
You can do the print.
Yeah, of course we will do print, but okay, here inside the print line, what we're gonna do? How we're gonna get the my array length? Here, just say my array length is. Luckily, you have a built-in function in arrays, okay, called length. So I just hit my array dot, and then I choose length. Okay, this will print the length of my array. Let's run this to see the result. Look, my array length is 6. Okay, here, as you can see, in my array initialization, we put the length of 6. So this my array dot length, where is it? This one, my array dot length, okay, will just give us access, okay, to the length of our array. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear, yeah.
Okay, like for example, I can make some logic depending on this length. So I can say if my array dot length greater than 5, for example, just an example, just showing you the usage of this function, okay? I can print out uh, my array is long. Let's run. So look, my array length is 6. Since 6 here is bigger than 5, so I got my array is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear?
My array is long. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, let's move to our second operation. Okay. What if I want to check if my array contains a specific value? Like here, how to check if my array contains the value. Uh, for example, let's say 5 again. How we're gonna do this? Do you have any idea?
Check for it contains the value of 5. Um,
So the get
yeah, it array.length.
excuse me, I didn't hear you.
How to check array is the value of array.length?
I just want you to differentiate between the element stored in the array, okay, and its
Mm-hmm.
index, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, index, you can assume that index is just an address, okay, of the element inside the array, okay. Like 3, it's an element. Element is stored in the array, okay. What is the
Mm-hmm.
address of 3 inside this array is the index, okay.
The address.
So in my array of 0, in the address 0, inside my array, there is an element which has value of 3. Is it clear?
Yep.
So here, in talking about if array contains the value 5, so here we are checking these values, 3, 9, 3, 15, 2, 4, and so on. Not these values, not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have nothing to do with array length. We just want to check the values one by one inside the array to check if any of them equals 5 or not.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got me?
Yep.
Do you have any idea?
If else, maybe
You you
if
you you,
else.
you just guess, like, think about it. It's very easy.
My array.length, maybe. But we could do if else, maybe
Okay,
if.
okay. Just look at this. Do you remember for each loop?
Yeah, for each.
Yeah, we talked about for each loop last time. And we said that the usage of for each loop, that it iterate each and every value in array or in a list. Okay, so here in my array, I loop on my array, I get each element stored in my array here in this integer value, and then I print this value. Okay, how can we use this for each loop to check if my array contains 5? It's very easy. Let's do it together. Here I say 4, okay, and inside 4 declare variable, I will call it item, okay, and then colon, and then name of array, which is my array, okay. Here inside my for loop body, I want to check if this item value equals 5. This item in each iteration will hold a value stored in this my array. Like in first iteration, okay, this item will be equal to 3. Second iteration, this item will be equal to 9. In third iteration, item will be equal to 3, and so on until we reach the last element. Okay, you understand?
Yep.
Okay, so here I want to check is item equal 5. If yes, we'll print item equals 5. Else, we'll print there is an
That is for each, right? For each. That's called for each, right?
yes.
Okay.
This for loop called for each, because the normal loop, okay, is something like this one. You remember? First,
Yeah.
initial value, and then condition, and then increment or decrement. New value. You remember this one. We discussed this one many times before, right? Now we have a special kind of for loop called for each loop, only used with arrays and lists. To iterate on arrays and lists, okay, with easier way, easier implementation. List code. As you can see here, we write list code, right?
More efficient. More efficient.
More
Yeah.
efficient, of course. Okay. So yeah, let's run. Let's see what will happen.
None of them have 5 in them. Yeah, there's no 5. No 5, right?
There is an error. There is an error. Why? Because
No
there is
5.
no 5. How many there is an error? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why we got 6? Because this my array length is 6. So we checked this condition 6 times. First, when item was 3, then 9, 3, then 15, then 2, then 4. None of them equals to 5. That's why we got this error line printed 6 times. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Um, you have any questions?
I like for each is good.
You like for each?
Yeah, item. What is item is connected to the for each, right?
This
Item.
item can be called anything. Like
Anything. Okay.
I call it, like last time we called it value
Yeah.
here. Okay, and here also uh, we can call it anything like IT, whatever,
Okay, I see.
whatever. Like, it's not an issue. I just called it item because we agreed before that we should give meaningful names, okay, to our variables. Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's have now one more practice that we need to do. Okay, what if here I want to create second arrays? I would call second arrays. Okay, here don't don't forget to put the two angle brackets. Okay, and now I want this second array to hold all the elements inside my array. How can we do this? How to shift or not shift, but copy all elements in my array into second. How can we do this? You have any idea?
Uh, copy all elements and copy
First,
paste.
not copy paste. Of course, this will never work. We have nothing called copy paste in Java. Here we declared integer array, second array. We need to initialize it. Okay, so here new int array. Okay, and it gives me an error because it needs size or length. What I'm gonna put here as a length of this second array.
What are you gonna put there? Copy all elements.
Can you tell me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put in the amount, the items in there. Put
Like
the
here, we need to copy all elements in
yep.
my array into second array. So we need a second array to have size that can hold all elements in my array. How can we be so sure that second array will have space for all my array elements?
Mm,
Hmm,
just put the items in there then, in the between the brackets.
no, we'll put now we have some usage that makes sense for my array of lengths, right?
Yeah.
Does it make a sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, second step, what we're gonna do.
Mm,
I want you
second
to tell me, like, be engaged in this practice.
secondary. Okay, so there is in there. Secondary new array tart length. Copy all elements. Do the print maybe the print.
Not the print, but now we need to iterate my array, to loop on my array, to get each element, and then we store it, okay, in secondary. How we will do this?
For loop.
Okay, for loop. And uh, we need to know the address, okay, which is called index, okay, of second array where we're gonna store the new elements. So, in your opinion, we will use for each loop or the normal for loop?
We'll do the normal one probably.
Yes, exactly. The normal one. We're going to use the normal one because we will be needing this index, okay, to uh, use it as an address, okay, to save the elements in our new array, okay. But here, as you can see, in for each loop, we don't have uh, any numbers that we can use as an index, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so here we will put normal for loop, okay, for int I equal 0, because we always start counting index with 0. Look here, starting from 0, not from 1. Like we as humans, we start counting from 1, but always in programming, we start counting with 0. Okay? Don't forget this. So here we give initial value of I equals 0. Okay? And here we should write a condition. So when can you tell me the condition?
Uh, I is I dot length. My array dot length. I dot length. Or no, wait.
L- First, tell me when I is less than or greater than
We'll do less than.
less. Okay. Because we are starting with 0, with a small number, not the big number.
Hmm.
We started with a small number and we will get uh, like incrementing in each iteration. So it's less than, okay. Less than what?
Uh, 5. I think no, wait.
We want to loop on my array. So here we started, this is my array. We started
My
with
array
0, okay? Then
5.
we'll be counting, sorry?
My array dot length maybe. We do my array dot length.
Yeah, exactly. My array dot length. You're getting better. My array dot length. And as you can see, I don't like write all my array dot length. I just type my and then I get suggestions. So I select from the suggestions I see, select my array dot length. Okay. Last, we will increment I by. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Great. Here inside the for loop body, how we're gonna store okay the values inside my array into second array. Can you tell me? It's very easy.
Yeah. We'll do
Just look at this. Okay, look at this code and try to simulate the same, almost the same. Here, it's the name of the array that will store the data. Okay, here inside the angle bracket is the index. Okay, on the right side of the equal sign, it's the value that will be stored in the array at this
mhm.
certain index. Okay, so let's try to simulate the same one more time here. Tell me the name of the array, okay, that will store the data.
Tell me the name. Yes, my array.
No, the array that will store the data inside it.
Okay, that'll be 1 to 5.
The array that will carry. the data. Which one?
Yeah, that would be the numbers 1 to 5.
Okay, forget about the number. Just tell me the name of the array where we're gonna store the data. Which one?
That'll be the first one.
How many arrays we have here in this
There's
example?
five. There's five.
Five elements, but I'm talking
Like
about the arrays. How many arrays we have here in this
one.
in
One
this
array.
in this program, in this highlighted program? How many arrays?
This is one array. I mean,
Which
there's one.
one?
Yeah, one array. There's only one array.
No,
Second array.
we have two arrays. One is
Oh,
my array. Okay,
oh
the
yeah.
other one is second array.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, I
which
see.
one? Okay, which one we're gonna use to store the data inside it?
Second array.
Second array. Okay, very good. So here I type second array. Okay. Second, we should give the address where we're gonna store the data or the element. So this address is called index. Okay, and we should put index inside these two angle brackets. Okay, what index we will put here?
Mm, that we're gonna put the my array there. I mean, we're gonna put the second array.
Focus and tell me. It's very easy.
New int. Uh,
Why we use normal for loop over the for each loop to have access to index, right?
yeah.
Okay, what is the index? What is the variable that can act as an index here inside the for loop?
That would be my array. My array.
Index. Index is counting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Which one here can act as an index?
Anything from 1 to 5.
Do you know?
Probably one.
It's the I.
I.
I now will equal 0. Next I will be equal to 1. Next will be equal to, and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same as this index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it acts the same way. So I can use it as index for this array. So here I put I. This I in first iteration will hold 0. In second iteration will hold 1. Third iteration will hold 2. Exactly the same as this code. You understand?
Yep.
Okay, so now we're done with the left part. The second part, we should get
Um,
the equivalent element, okay, in my array in the same index to store it in second array. How we will do it?
into the my array.
Okay, my array. mm, In which index? Again,
I equals 1. So
I, the
I
same,
mean I. Yeah.
exactly the same. Like if this I here equals 0, so we will get the value or the element inside index 0 in my array and then we'll store it again index 0 in secondary. Okay,
Mhm.
so next, if we just print now, we're gonna make for each. So in second array now, okay, and here print, sorry, so second array values, okay, when we print, when we run this program, look, second array values is 3, 9, 3, 15, 2, 4, exactly the same as my array. My array has 3, 9, 3, 15, 2, 4, okay. Here in second array, you have 3, 9, 3, 15, 2, 4. Exactly the same values and also in exact the same order. You get it?
Oh, yeah, I see it now. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah, okay. One last thing. You should be careful when
What does
dealing
E? What
with,
does E? What does
sorry,
E represent? What does the E represent again?
nothing, bro. I just put it
Oh,
randomly. You can use
oh,
any name you want.
oh, okay.
It's a variable, okay? So I was telling you should be very careful, okay, when dealing with arrays and lists and all, okay, with this kind of normal for loop, okay. Here in this for each loop, you don't have to care much about the length and the condition, okay, of the
Mhm.
array you are looping on, because it's all done for you, okay. Okay. But in this normal for loop, it's some like sometimes it can be tricky and it can lead to some errors. So you should be very careful. Like for example, if we make small mistake here in writing this condition, like if we add equal sign here, okay, can you expect the result if we run again this program?
Mm,
Let's run and see what will it will give an error. Right. Yeah, look, exception in thread. Do you
okay,
know the name of this exception? Array index out of bound exception, like index 6 out of bounds for length 6, okay?
mm, yeah,
Because there is a difference of 1 between the length and the last index. Because we always, okay, count the index from
0.
0, okay? But this array.length, okay, it returns number of elements, okay, inside the array. So here, how many elements we have in this array?
We have 5.
No, how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have
6.
here 6 elements. So
6. Oh, yeah.
array.length will return 6. Okay,
Okay.
okay, but for this array with length of 6, maximum index is 5. Maximum index is 5, not 6. Look at this comment. This line is not possible because we already exceed array size.
Mm,
Why, if we use this line, it will be 7 elements, not 6. and maximum number of elements can be stored in this array is 6.
Wow.
So there is a difference of 1 between number of elements and last index. Okay, you should be aware of this point. It's very tricky. Please
Yeah,
focus. Okay,
yeah.
length is always greater than the last index by 1, or last index is always less than the length by 1. Okay, and
Okay.
we will discuss later about handling exceptions like this. Like here, as you can see, our program execution stopped and we got this error in red telling
Okay.
us we got an exception, okay, of type java.lang array index of bound exception. Okay,
Oh,
uh, we can handle this exception and we will talk later about handling exceptions. If we face an exception in runtime, how can we like predict that this piece of code can generate sometimes can throw some exceptions. Okay, and how can we handle
okay.
this exception in runtime? We will know about all this later in our course, in our training very soon. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So I think this is enough for today. Also, because you are very busy, I don't want to put much load on you.
You can
Just
give me an assignment if you want. Assignment?
yeah, I can send you assignment tonight
Okay.
or tomorrow morning
Sure.
maximum. Okay. Just please now let me know if you have any questions.
Nothing now. I think I understand the length is always one more than the
Yes,
element.
exactly.
Wow. It's confusing a little bit, but I mean it's
Yeah, of course, it's
uh,
confusing in the beginning, but by practice, it will be very clear. Don't worry. Everything by
yeah.
practice will be easy. Do you have any other question?
I think that's it. For each is pretty good.
Okay, yeah, you can rely on for each. Like if you can do both, it's okay. You can use for each.
Hmm.
And if you have any other question, you can send it to me in chat.
Okay.
I'll be happy to answer. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
again.
brother, you're most welcome. See you in the next session.
For sure. For
Have a
sure.
good day.
Yeah,
Okay.
you too. Take care. Thank you.
You too. Bye bye.